Good afternoon, lads. It's me, Miss Villana Electronica, and welcome to a Snapshot. In last week's Snapshot, you may recall, we went all out with that wandering trader aesthetic gets clean. For this week's Snapshot sign, I decided to build how I've been feeling lately. Let's crack on with it. Over the course of today's video, we'll be talking launcher updates, controversial updates, villager updates, and actually a combat update as well. Let's kick things off with the update that I'm sure will make not one person mad or controversial or anything like that at all. Nope, definitely not. Playing Minecraft should be an inclusive and safe experience for everyone, which is why alongside in-game chat messages, you are now able to report skins and usernames. This one throws me back. It throws me back to a much more peaceful, not controversial, problematic time at all. No, definitely not. Chat reporting. If you remember last summer, the community lit up when chat reporting was added to the game. There were fears worldwide that every single player would then eventually be banned by Mojang's AI bot banning system. It was going to be pretty intense. Then nothing happened, which I guess is weird. So if I remember correctly, I feel like they did definitely maybe make some changes to the whole chat reporting thing, but it's just been so long I can't remember anymore. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to even be able to execute this one flawlessly inside of my game here, because I'm kind of the only one here. So I guess the closest I could do for you lads is a little bit of an example. Here we are over inside of the meadow biome, the biome that definitely generates a village. Of course, how it works with every single biome village, they're all unique. Oh, until we get to the meadow. What is that? The meadow has a villager, but it's just a plain one? Well, that's offensive to me. That seems like a lazy waste of a villager update if I know one. To get around that weird waste of a Minecraft 1.14 village update, all I would have to do is report this villager's skin. Now, friends, I gotta admit, I think the devs have learned from the past on this one or something, because we have quite a bit of explanation as to what they were thinking here when it comes to this whole chat reporting or skin reporting stuff. Basically, it's like community standards, offensive skins, blah, blah, blah. Usernames are very bad too. And don't worry, nothing is automated. There's no AI here or nothing like that. It's all King B-Dogs. No, it's like the devs, not King. Moving on down the line here a little bit, we get even more information. They really packed this week's changelog out with info. Just because this is such a big thing and trying to avoid any fires that I feel like are unnecessary, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this changelog down in the description. But don't worry, you will finish the video first. Of course, you're hypnotized. Just like that, a snap of my fingers, you don't leave yet. Just like how you're confused, like me, about meadow villages and villagers. Just like how you're watching this video, and just like how you've already liked this video. That's my segue. Remember to smash like. Next up, it's back over to the menus for us. More specifically, it's back over to the launcher. This week, we've got a mildly large steaming launcher update in our hands. If you're into checking out this next feature, go into the settings in your launcher down at the bottom corner and check that box right there. Once you've checked that box, you go ahead and go over to Minecraft Java, and boom, top corner right there, we've got different worlds. And more specifically, the 5 most recent worlds you've loaded. Minecraft Guide, I see you right there. The Snapshot season, that's what we've been doing. Maybe this one cool, secret tests. Oh, what in the world could it mean? So this here is like a new feature coming to the launcher. It only is for Minecraft Java Edition, it seems right now. If I go ahead and tap this arrow right there, it collapses it down and only shows the most recent world. If I hit these 3 options right here, I can then go ahead and customize each world. Like, let's say Snapshot is kind of like crafting the game. We can change the icon. Meanwhile, Minecraft Guide, I don't know. It's like almost like a book, right? So we'll change the icon. If you check this box right here, check that over there, you get the beginning initial of the world. That's kind of cool. If I check this one right here, it pins the world to the quick play bar. So like, it'll always stay there. So after that, let's say I wanted to go back to the Snapshot world. If I tap this, we're gonna get a pop-up right here, kind of warning me about it. Then I can go ahead and smash that play button. After that, would you look at this? The game loads up relatively quickly, and just like that, poof, I'm back into the Minecraft Guide world, or Snapshot world, where I was just a second ago. It's pretty, I mean, it's kind of nice. I mean, look, I will be honest, I'm not too sure why you would necessarily want this. Like, it's not too many extra tedious steps, but, I mean, I guess it is a little bit quicker. I guess. Alright, so for this next one here, lads, I'm jumping in blind. I can't wait to hear this thing. I like it being a good sound. Love music, love sounds. Let's check this out. The sponge, as of this week, it has a unique sound now. Oh, I mean, interesting. It kind of sounds like leaves. And same with the wet sponge, just like leaves, but a little bit more wet. Ooh, Wheel's Particle is always there too. Is that new or? That's nice. That's nice. Now I'm curious how it will sound if we dry out said sponge. So over here inside of the nether, we let the loud noises go away and then we place it down. Okay, I feel like that might be the same as how it always was, but like, if not, that's a sizzle. It's sizzling for sure. I like the particles too. Now, speaking of sounds, over the course of this past week, I was slowly stalking the changes that were upcoming inside of this snapshot here for you lads, and we actually have a lot of different sound changes or fixes inside of this week's snapshot. Tripwire hooks, they're like wooden, but they use stone sounds. Levers, it's the other way around. It's pretty weird. Now, it looked like, from the looks of the bug reports, a lot of the sound fixes were like redstone-y related things. Yeah, so those were all changed.
Wow.
Moving on here, let's talk a little bit about villagers, because I swore in this week's snapshot, finally, weeks of feedback later, there's like feedback and a lot of conversation happening in the community. On the list of the bugs fixed in this week's snapshot, I saw this one, grindstone adds repair cost 0. Ooh, I thought intriguing. They're messing with repairing. And then this one right here involving anvil is very interesting as well. Also, this one, renaming block entities, another anvil related thing. Ha, there I was, young foolish me. There I was, young foolish me. You see, looking at the changelog, I saw a lot of things related to villager trading, or so I thought. One of the big concerns with this whole villager trading thing, making it a little bit more difficult, is maybe like anvils, repairing tools. Maybe it's time to take a look, and unfortunately, no changes to anvils, and no changes to grindstones either. A couple bug fixes in the mix here, but villager changes and updates. Just like how my villagers have walked clean away. Seems like the devs are leaving us hanging. Like, I understand that things take time. Maybe they need to get more feedback and everything like that, but like, it's been so long. I sincerely hope that the devs will be coming back to this villager stuff after getting tons of feedback from the community and actually like involve us in these decisions here, but unfortunately for this week, it's nothing new. Featuring Phoebe Bridgers. Whoa, boy, let's get technical. F3 plus 1. We press it, and we get this shard right there. Oh, it's beautiful. Then we go ahead and press F3 and 2, and ooh, look at those shards. Then finally, F3 and 3. Oh, look at that chart, too. Those charts are definitely charts. Long story short here, these are brand new hotkeys to open up those different, intriguing-looking charts. Friend, what would happen to you if you were fully standing up, and then I whispered gently into your ear the words, Minecraft Combat Update? Would you perhaps begin quivering and shaking furiously? Alright, so I would like to play a little game with you. Let's check this out. We have one block, then we have a half slab. Did you know, inside of Minecraft 1.20.2, if you stand on this combination of blocks right here, an enderman will not be able to hit you. However, inside of 1.20.2, the new snapshot, the enderman can definitely hit you. If you want to get away from the enderman, you now need to tower up beyond its head. And that's how it's going to be for every other mob in the game now. This week around, the biggest thing inside of this week's snapshot that actually involves combat. The devs have completely reworked, or at least seemingly completely reworked, how combat and damage is dealt from mobs. Let's check this. No, wrong one. Let's check this out. We got a husk right there. We also have a baby husk. Oh. You're gonna be a problem, lad. Alright, let's go a little bit more secluded and romantic. Over here, we have a grown-up husk, and then we have a baby husk. If I sit on top of this horse, the grown-up husk is definitely gonna be able to hit me still. Not good. However, what about the small baby? So sort of just like how it is with the camel that was added in 1.20. Let's say we have a smaller short mob and it runs up on me. Great news, I'm on top of a horse, and because I'm up on a horse, I'm a little bit higher than this mob's head. Well, because I'm a little bit higher up than this mob's head, as you can see here, baby husk, small child, it will never be able to hurt me. But I can definitely still reach this thing. Out of all of the combat changes made inside of this week's snapshot, one thing to keep in mind is no change has been made to the player's reach. If you could reach it before, you could definitely still reach it now. Next up here, friends, let's take a look at the Ravager. So, of course, as you probably know, Ravager, very, very big and large, very strong as well. The Ravager, previously, it could hit you through a wall that is only a couple blocks thick. I'm not too sure of the specific mechanics here with this one, but long story short here, the Ravager should no longer be able to hit you through walls that maybe aren't like the thickest wall in the world. The fence is way too thin. Okay, that makes sense, but this wall right here, and how about this wall? It's one block right here. Ravager. Haha, one block seems to be enough. I swear it was not one block before. Another huge one here is the Enderman, something that directly relates to what we're going through in the Minecraft guide right now. Before this week's changes, it made no sense at all, but the Enderman would not be able to reach you if you were standing on this block, even though its arms could definitely absolutely reach you. Now, like I said a little bit earlier on, if you want to dodge the Enderman, you got to be way quicker. And friends, you got to be 3 blocks up off the ground, at least. If you're looking to dive into this in a little bit more detail on your own and do some testing, here's how it works. Basically, the rule here is if you are higher than the mob's head, so like 2 blocks up with a zombie, the zombie will be able to see you, and oh my gosh, that's a whole horde. Long story short, if you're higher than the mob's head, then the mob will no longer be able to reach you ever. Even if I move like all the way over this edge, like basically should be falling, yeah, because I'm above their head, they can't reach me. However, if I move into their hitbox, even the slightest, then they can deal me damage. This is going to go for every single type of mob in the game. Enderman, really tall mob. Baby zombie, really short mob. Piglin brute, just like an average height mob. To be honest, Enderman is kind of like the perfect example here. As you can see, 2 blocks were even with his head, so it could definitely hurt me. But 3 blocks up here, even if this guy is mad at me. Oh, you would cheat and teleport around. Anyways, he's really mad at me and I'm touching its head with the bounding box. I'm not touching that thing, which means it won't be able to damage me. Now, very interestingly, because of this mechanic rework, this actually means the camel has gotten a little bit better inside of this update too. Here we have a hoglin. Here I'm in survival, and now I'm on top of the camel. Previously, the hoglin would have been able to reach me for some reason, but now, because I'm above the hoglin's head, absolutely not, no way, it won't be able to hit me. Also, that's gonna go the same thing for the zoglin. Insanely dangerous mob too. The zoglin won't be able to hurt me, but it's absolutely gonna attack the camel first, and then eventually get me. Not too great. This is also going to be the case for the panda as well, but what kind of sick monster would attack a panda? Like, come on. Don't do that. So what do you think about these mob changes right here? I think overall they're good and it makes perfect sense. Like, if you're above it or even below, I didn't really talk about that very much, but yeah, if you're below the mob, it won't be able to hit you either. Do you think these are good? And do you think maybe they're going to finally revive those experimental combat tests? Bro, I know this is such a side note, but honestly, I wish they would just load them into the game. Like, throw them into the vanilla game right here behind experiments. You turn them on, you could mess with them a little bit more. Even if they're old, they were so good. In the world of end-related changes, check this. Oh, too slow. Let's run that one more time. In the world of end-related changes, the chorus fruit. If I eat the chorus fruit, you see that right there. I was falling, but I ate the chorus fruit right before land, and it actually completely reset all of the fall damage. It works correct now. Previously, I would have loaded up a bunch of fall damage and just like splat, game over anyways. Oh, this one's big, lads. For the very first time ever, bees are actually able to pollinate themselves in the spore blossom. Check it is going to spin around. Well, okay. It was going to until I ruined it, but yeah. To wrap up this week's Snapshot Showcase video nice and neatly here, let's take a look at armor trim. Allegedly, the eye armor trim would do nothing to chainmail armor at all. Let's go ahead and trim a full set of, oh yeah, very subtle right there, very small. Basically, this has been fixed inside of this week's Snapshot. I'm not too sure if this means a reversion on some of the changes made in last week's Snapshot or what, but the eye, it works. Let's go ahead and check that one more time. Those luscious green locks are kind of blocking and killing the vibe, and oh yeah, the diamond eyebrows, oh, is absolutely clean. Smash like and subscribe for more Snapshot videos. Just like I say every single time, if you find something cool or interesting that I missed, drop it down in the comments or even better on r/waddles. Next up, check out the grand finale of Chapter 1 of the Minecraft Guide. Dropped the episode yesterday and ooh, we're ready to move on to something bigger and better. Snapshot 22w33a forever. Goodbye.